Hi everyone, I am in Jacksonville, Florida, and about to go in a Goodwill and see what they have. So let's go thrifting.
That was what I needed. The more I felt drowning in doubt, needed to see a way out somehow. Give me a reason, give me a change, give me something to love, at least something I can make sense of. Give
welcome back. Okay, so when I was down in Jacksonville, I was visiting my son and my daughter-in-law and their 3 babies. And I was there for just over a week, I think. But yeah, it was such a great trip and I enjoyed just every minute of it. My daughter-in-law, Hannah, okay, so backstory. I have a daughter named Hannah, and then I have a daughter-in-law also named Hannah. So I call her Hannah Claire. My daughter-in-law, Hannah Claire, and I went out a couple of times. We went to St. Augustine for the afternoon one day and went down to like some vintage antique shops and that sort of thing. The antique shops that we ended up going to were a little bit pricey, so I really didn't buy anything. I did get a little doily, and for the life of me, I cannot figure out where I stuck that. It's here somewhere, I know, but it was actually not like a crocheted doily, but it was a embroidered doily, and it was kind of rectangle, if you can imagine it, and it had like flowers on it. So I don't know. I've looked for it. I know it's here. I just don't know where it's at. So it's weird. I did bring home a lot of stuff with me. So I don't know. I'm just not sure what I did with it. But anyway, and then one afternoon we went to a place called Chamblin's Bookmine. And you guys, this place was crazy. I mean, it was the biggest used bookstore I have ever been to. Now in Knoxville, we have a bookstore called McKay's Used Books. They also have a chain in Chattanooga, McKay's Used Books, that I love to frequent. And as homeschoolers, we would go to McKay's all the time. I love getting books used. So, but when we went to the Bookmine, I was blown away. This place was huge. It was the first time that Hannah Claire had also been to the Bookmine. It was a great experience. We spent almost 2 hours in there looking. It was so big we got lost trying to wind our way out of it. So when it's called a Bookmine, they aren't joking. This place was crazy. So that was a lot of fun. And I ended up spending quite a bit of money there. I am a book lover, and my daughter-in-law is actually a librarian. So she's a book lover, and all my kids are book lovers. We love books. So I got a few things that, I got a few books that I really, really was excited about, and I wanted to share those with you. I also stopped at a couple of thrift stores in Jacksonville, and picked up a couple of things from the Goodwill there. So I thought I'd share those with you today too. So, okay, Marlo wanted to join me, so she's here. Can you say hi? Yeah? Can you say hi? Okay, go lay down. Go lay down. Okay, so let's start with what I got from the bookstore, and hopefully Marlo won't be too much of a distraction, but she's gonna be a distraction. Okay, you need to go lay down. You need to go lay down. Okay, so the first book I got from the Bookmine was this vintage cookbook called the Ladies' Aid Cookbook, and it's by Beatrice Vaughn. And when I was flipping through the recipes, I just thought this is one of those classic cookbooks, you know, that homemakers just need to have in their library. So this was $8, and I don't know, I just really, really liked it. Inside looks like this. There's not really photos or anything, but so that was the first book I got. Okay, I actually got a few cookbooks, so I like to cook. I have always been a Martha Stewart fan. Back in the 90s, I absolutely adored Martha Stewart. I watched all of her TV shows. She really helped me learn how to be a homemaker. And I have a lot of her books from the 90s that I still keep on my homemaking library. And I got the Martha Stewart Living Christmas Cookbook. This one was $8. And this one does have some this one does have pictures. And if you've never seen this book, I've looked at it before. But it is a huge collection of different Christmas recipes. So I really like that one. And I got another Martha Stewart cookbook, one that I did not have already, What to Have for Dinner. This one was $9.50. So we're getting into the pricier range of used books, but I wanted to add it to my collection. I have a number of her books, and I organize my home library by kind of category. So we have our religious books, our gardening books, my homemaking books, you know, practical help books, medical books, all of those kinds of things. I organize them by subject. And so in my sunroom, I actually have most of my like homemaking books, and I have my collection of Martha Stewart books in there. And I plan to add these books to that collection. Okay, and then I got this fun little kids Christmas cookbook from Usborne. And I thought this was just so cute. It's the Usborne Christmas Baking for Children. And it looks brand new. I paid $5.50 for this one. And, you know, it has instructions for kids to follow. I just imagined, you know, my grandchildren coming home for Christmas and us baking together and, you know, letting them pick out a recipe from this little cookbook that we could do together. So that's why I got that one. I just thought it was really, really cute. I've always loved Usborne books. They're great for kids. Okay, and then I got another kids cookbook. This one is for camping. And something you may not know about me is that my favorite kind of pastime, outdoor activity is camping. I love to camp and I love to hike. And when my kids were growing up, I would take them camping usually 3 to 4 times a year. We went camping quite a bit, and I love cooking over a campfire. I thought this one would just have some really fun recipes that we could do next time we go camping. We usually do family campouts on a regular basis too, and it'll be fun to do these with the grandkids, and even just, you know, as adults, these recipes are fun too. So that was that. Okay, and then my daughter-in-law recommended this book when she saw it to me. I've never read it, but it's the autobiography of Julia Child, My Life in France. And she said it was an excellent read, that she read it within just a couple of days. And I don't know that I've ever seen the movie Julia and Julia. Have you? So I might have to check out that. But yeah, I think this will be fun. Maybe I can take it with me on our trip to New York next week, and do some reading in my downtime on the trip. Okay, and then finally, the last book I got was a cross-stitch sampler book. It has patterns in it, and I have done a little bit of cross-stitching over the years. I've only made a couple of pieces that I've finished. My mother was an avid cross-stitcher when I was growing up, and I have a number of her pieces that, you know, samplers and things that she did for me. And I don't know, when I saw it, it was very nostalgic for me. You know, I love to collect vintage cross-stitch. I'm always looking for it when I go out thrifting and antiquing. So I just thought this would be fun to add to my homemaking library. Maybe one of these days, look how pretty. Maybe one of these days I will sit down and start cross-stitching again. So it's been quite a few years since I've done anything like that. So that was all for the books. That Bookmine was amazing. If you're ever in Jacksonville, it's a must stop if you're a book lover. Definitely. They gave me a couple of bookmarks. So it's like Chamblin, Bookmine, and I will leave the information for this store down in the description below so that you can check it out if you ever get the chance. It was phenomenal. Okay, and then I went to one of the Goodwills in Jacksonville, and I got two things from there. Okay, the first thing I got was this heart basket, and it's funny because when I had gone to the market in Woodstock, Georgia, that was a few videos back. It was like during Valentine's Day. It was around Valentine's Day when I went to the market in Woodstock. And one of the booths had a heart just like this, except it was red. And I thought it was really cute. And I thought I would have liked to have picked it up for Valentine's Day decor. But I think that they wanted like $15 for it. And this one at the Goodwill is white, but it was $5.99. And I thought that was a great deal. I can always paint it red if I decide to. But anyway, so I basically bought this for next year's Valentine's Day. I'm going to put it with my Valentine's spring decor, and in that, so I can save it for next year. Okay, and then finally, I got another Homer Laughlin platter, and this one was $3.99. I'm actually collecting these for Thanksgiving. I had thought it would be fun to use these kind of smaller platters as plates for Thanksgiving instead of like paper plates, or I actually usually use my like Old Country Roses china, but I thought it might be fun to do something different this year, and you know, a small platter was like perfect for Thanksgiving because everybody piles their plates up, right, with food. So anyway, that's what I picked up from the Goodwill in Jacksonville and everything I got from the bookstore. It was a fun trip, and I can't wait to go back and see my kids and my grandkids. It's just such a special time. So, oh, and like, I'm not even joking. In the week that I was there, the baby, you know, she's like 3, I guess she's going on 4 weeks old now, but the amount of like change in that baby just in the time that I was there. Like, it's just like she started filling out her clothes more. They just grow so fast. So anyway, I can't wait to go back. I hope y'all have a really good rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video. Be sure to hit like, leave me a comment, let me know what you thought. Do you like to go thrifting for books? Let me know. And be sure to hit subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. Bye.